Hello everybody, welcome to my new BoyleSports vlog. It's going to be out every Friday, having a preview of the weekend's games. Who's going to win, signings, sackings, you name it. We're going to have all the fun of the fair right the way through this season. I'm delighted to be bringing it you courtesy of BoyleSports that I'll be writing for on a Monday as usual as well, with all of the fallout from the weekend. Basically, this time of the season, excitement abounds. Why? Because we all feel that our team has a real opportunity of doing something, whether it's escaping the drop, whether it is winning the Premier League title, if you're a Chelsea fan maybe, a Manchester City fan, Man United, that have all spent decent amounts of wonga. What about Leicester City? Can they retain the title? What about the new boys like Middlesbrough? And of course, Hull City, can they stay in the Premier League this season? Particularly Hull City, that of course have lost their manager Steve Bruce before the start. Let's go through some of the games. Don't forget as well the crossbar challenge that we did so well at the European Championships. I think the crossbar has been in the Community Shield, the FA Cup final, Champions League final, the European Championship final. It is something that happens a lot, so don't forget we're going to continue the crossbar challenge throughout the season and refund all bets if you hit the crossbar. It's quite that simple. So let's go to the Premier League. Of course, it's not the Premier League anymore. It's just the clean brand, the beautiful, the Premier League. So if I say Premier League, please stop me during this vlog. Let's start with Hull City. Tough ask against the champions of England. Why has every pundit said Leicester are going down or finishing bottom six? They've lost N'Golo Kante. They've kept the goalie on a new long-term contract. Picks the ball up, drives it into the channels for who? Jamie Vardy. So that's not going to change. They don't have lots of tiki-taka. They don't keep lots of possession of the football. So I think it's absurd when pundits that don't do their homework and say, oh, well, this season they're going to have a massive tail-off because the season before they were struggling. They were champions of England. They've won it. They've climbed the mountain. Now, will there be a tail-off? I believe there will. I don't think they'll retain the title. I think that too many clubs have spent too much money, too motivated for that to happen. But I could certainly see them being, with a fair wind, top 5 or top 6. Realistically, top 8, I think that Claudio Ranieri would take now. So, what about Leicester City? Ahmed Musa and Jamie Vardy, possibly the two quickest strikers in the Premier League. Yes, N'Golo Kante's gone, but they've got the likes of Amati, King, that could fill in quite easily. Riyad Mahrez, will he go to Arsenal? Won't he go to Arsenal? They've had a bid recently rejected. Will they come back, the Gunners? They need something. They need a feel-good factor. But I'm going to go for a clear victory for Leicester City. I'm going to go for Jamie Vardy to notch, as he did in the Community Shield, 2-0 to Leicester City, and they're off and running in the defence of their title. Second game, Manchester City against Sunderland. Spent an absolute fortune on players, of course, this season. And one player that I'm really looking forward to is Sané. Young, very pacey, and when you add him with the likes of David Silva, Raheem Sterling needs a reaction this season. When you're looking at Kevin De Bruyne, and of course the goal machine, scores goals for fun, been at City for 6 years now, Sergio Aguero, is that you have, for me, the best attacking unit, the most youthful attacking unit, players coming into their prime rather than down the road, the noisy neighbours, Manchester City and Manchester United. Ibra, 34, Rooney, 30, and looking an old 30. I just think City over 38 games may well win the title. Certainly in this game against Sunderland, David Moyes' Sunderland, the arch pragmatist, will pick up where Big Sam left off. But I think that Manchester City will want to fire a big warning salvo across the bows of the good ship Premier League and the other 19 clubs. And I think that they'll win, and they'll win by 3-0. You want 50 quid's worth of free bets? Of course you do. All you need to do is go to BoyleSports.com/STAN, Stan, and playing 50 quid's worth of free bets. Please gamble responsibly, enjoy it, but don't go beyond your means. See you later. Enjoy the first opening weekend of the Premier League. You ready? Come on!